in matters digitalization of the youth fund, I understand that most of the youths have been unable to access these loans because the processes are too long and are very discouraging. So we are working on a digitalization framework together with the CS and the PS and the CEO for the fund, Mr. Moriasi, in order to ensure that youths can easily access these funds. So I gave an example of whereby we can come up with a USSD code, just like the Hustler Fund, or maybe probably incorporate it under the Hustler Fund. For instance, we can, in a press of a button, star 254, star 254 hash, we can have the Hustler Fund product, the Youth Fund product, Uwezo, and these other products. That way we are going to cut down costs in the government, and that way a lot of the funds, most of the funds are going to get to the youths so that they are able to be empowered economically. And then there's an initiative that it's a proposal that I've brought up on board, which is introducing entrepreneurship skills to high schools. I know in high schools we have different programs like the Scouts, among others. It's high time we need to educate our youths in matters business and entrepreneurship. For instance, if we start initiating this program, by the time they're done with the high school, they probably have an idea of how they can register a group, how they can start a business, and where to get the funds.
And we've had discussions on a number of issues, but largely on penetration of the Youth Enterprise Fund, the beneficiaries, our youth getting loans, and especially the number of national government funds that are channeled down. The National Government Affirmative Action, the Women Enterprise Fund, the Youth Fund, and all that, so that we can have some element of connection and synergy between these different funds so that the youths can benefit. We've agreed today here through the Department of Youth, the Chief Officer, and also the CEC, or Ongeri and Helena, that we shall be having youths across all the sub-counties that are going to be desk officers for the youth fund, so that instead of the youth fund employing youth people out down there, we have our officers who can do this work, bring up the data so that we can have meaningful engagement between the county government and the youth fund and the other national government funds.